Hey everybody, Corey my guitar, and we are back for some thrash metal. So the first step for this is we're going to do a slide in, and you can start just from the higher area of the guitar. That'll slide all the way down. Somewhere around the 12th or the 15th fret is good. And then we're going to be straight into the triplet. So I would suggest starting with a downstroke, and what will happen with every triplet is the first one will begin on a downstroke, and the next one or every other one will start on an upstroke. So what should happen is if you're alternate picking this, you would end up with down, up, down, up, down, up, and then that's going to repeat. Our rhythm will just continue like that for quite a while. So essentially every triplet occurs over each beat. So beat 1 will be one triplet, beat 2 the next, and so forth. So it's excellent practice for the picking hand, and it's only one note, just the low E string. What we're going to do from there is we're going to add a little bit of a power chord into the mix. So let's take a look at that. So as we're going along on that rhythm, you'll notice that there's some intermittent power chords, and the first one will be an F. So that gives it that Phrygian type sound. Got the F and the low E, the jaws interval, as I like to call it. And essentially then, that's just going to keep repeating a little bit. So we get from the slide, and then we're going to do an E power chord, F to E, and this time we're going to do something different at the end. So instead of just completing the bar with the low E, we're going to do a little fill, and all that is a chromatic idea starting on the 5th string. That'll be C, B, B flat, and then G, G flat, and F. So that's essentially just 2 triplets. So if we listen to it from the previous part, and then we'll be heading into an A power chord. So we're going to modulate the idea and just move it up a set of strings. So that's our low A, sorry, not low A, but it's the open A power chord. Notice that we use the B flat instead of the F. So we've transformed or transposed the key actually in from E Phrygian to A Phrygian to A. Exactly the same pattern, just in a different pitch. So this is a common theme in metal, does come up a bit, just provides a little bit of interest and helps to move things along a bit. We're also going to finish that idea with the same fill, and we go back to our E. There's a couple of ways you can do it. In the performance, I think I switched to the high F to the E, but you can also do what was in the performance, which I think was the low F to E. And that's when the next movement begins. So let's have a look at the next movement. So what's going to happen here is this. We're going to start on our E power chord. We're going to do one triplet, and then we're going to move into some power chords. That's the D and the E. Next time around it'll be F and E. Back to D and E again with a little bit of something different at the end. That'll be F, E, C and B. D and E, F and E, D and E, and then we've got a fill at the end of that. Now that one's a little bit harder than the previous one. That's because it's a bit longer, but also it goes over 3 strings, not just 2. So we have F, E, E flat and D. And then we're going to have to go to the 4th fret on the 5th string. And then follow that all the way down chromatically, just means 1 fret at a time. And then we've got the 6th string, same frets. And then we're back into the end part. So we get an actual fact we're ending at that point. So we finish with the lower E power chord, and that's where we stop.